So this is a quick video just demonstrating the circle slider class I made a couple weeks ago because I was using it in a project, but then I just generalized it a bit so maybe someone else can use it. So this video is for you to see how it works if you want to try and implement it. So I made a view controller that just demonstrates a couple of the things the class can do, and then maybe after I'll go into the class and brush over. It's just like a couple hundred lines. It's nothing much. So in the first demo, I think it's just a basic slider here, and then there's not even any targets or anything for any of the events that happen. So we see it here in the button one pressed. Yeah. Where did I set up things? Okay, yeah. So in the first button, you see all we did was make a circle slider, and then all we did was make it. We didn't even change any of the properties. So the first demo is just the default. In the second one, we set a couple selectors. That way we will know that when different events happen. So in the second demo, I think it's the same thing. So we see there in the down there in the console or under the demo. Maybe I should probably show it more. Okay. So you see it's telling us the radian, and the radian is upside down. I think convention has it so that around here, here going up would be 0 to 3.14, but instead of it being positive going up, it's negative just because the y axis on iOS is upside down. I'm sure you know that. Anyway, so yeah, it tells us the radian as it's going around, and when it completes, it'll show us the circle has completed. That's just because in our custom selector that we put, it says it tells us the rad and the circle is completed, and it'll also tell us if we go off course. So for example, the circle failed, the user messed up, whatever. The only one that actually passes a property is the where is it? The circle, the touch moved, and that you have to make it in any object, but it's a CG float originally. So the third demo button just changes the colors, just to show that which colors you can change, and it also demonstrates the disappear on completion property here. That just means make the circle disappear once it's completed. So you can also change the sizes and stuff. That's also something that so this color scheme is really not appealing, but it's just a demonstration here, and so it'll disappear. It should disappear on completion. Is this a bug? So and now the last button demonstrates that if you try and set properties that won't work with the circle, for example, here we set the diameter really wide and then the width really wide, but we only made the width of the view short. It just demonstrates that it checks the views before, so it won't actually make the circle. It'll send back an error. So demo 4 can't draw yet because circle beziers have not been made. I should probably change that error message to be more specific, but yeah, you get the point. So now, so that was just a demo, and I'm going to go over to the circle slider class here, and this is what you can get on GitHub. Well, actually, you can get this whole project on GitHub, but this is the point of it. This class here. So this is up here is all the properties that you can set. The function to set a selector. These are properties that the class uses to keep track of things. A lot of global variables here. It's not very. I should probably redo this class one day. Feel free to do that yourself. Yeah. Regardless, it's pretty simple. It's straightforward. Overrides here. I try not to keep the overrides. I try to keep them short and do all the work in other classes. Start touch, move touch, and touching, update touch trail. So this is where, and then at the bottom here is where all the circle math happens with cosine, there's really like, it's very simple math. There was pretty much no math at all. It's just keeping track of which quadrant it's in, that kind of thing. Not very elegant though, and a lot of it's kind of error prone actually. But it works for the project I used it on. I don't plan on putting the project I was working on the App Store. It was just a little thing, so I wasn't too worried about it, although it's a good idea to make things more secure. Anyways, thanks for watching, and that's it.